Hi everyone, welcome to our official YouTube channel. To start with that, I'm going to introduce myself. I am Dr. M. Pratibha from Department of Management Studies, HRM College for Engineering and Technology. I am welcoming you all once again for this YouTube channel. And in today's video, we are diving into the topic of a definition about human resource management and its importance in an organization. Whether you are here to learn something new or brush up on your knowledge or just curious about the topic, you are in the right place. I will break things down in a way that easy to follow. And by the end of this video, you will walk away with a better understanding of the topic. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's get started with the topic. So to start with, I'm going to tell you about the definition of human resource management. So human resource management is a strategic approach to managing an organization's most valuable asset, who are nothing but we, the people. It includes functions, the major functions such as recruitment, training, performance management, and employee relations. Each functions have its own different level of sub-functions. A solid understanding of human resource management is essential for creating a productive work environment and achieving organizational goals. Now we are going to see about the overview of HRM. So overview of HRM can be of three basic categories like systematic planning, aligning workforce, and employee engagement. So what do you mean by systematic planning? HRM involves structured approaches to managing human resources. Examples, we can see organization charts, hierarchy levels, etc. So systematic planning is required to avoid delays and conflict among employees to communicate. The next one is aligning workforce. Aligning workforce is focusing on aligning employee goals with organizational objectives, which is the most important thing a HR manager should understand. An existence of a HR team in an organization is to connect each and individual employee's goals to the organizational objectives so that the organizational objectives can be attained through fulfilling each and every employee's goals. The next one is employee engagement. It is ensuring employees are motivated and engaged for better performance. This is very important to retain an employee in an organization for over a long period of time. So why we need to motivate an employee? Motivation is needed by the employee to feel that he is recognized and his work is recognized in the institution or an organization. So this will lead to a better performance and to create a ownership of the employee within the organization, which will be helpful to get a better performance. So next one we are going to see is key functions of human resource management. So which we have discussed in the first slide. So the first one is recruitment and selection. So recruitment is the process of attracting right people to the company and choosing the right person for the job. For this we need two basic things, which is job description and how we are going to evaluate people based on that job description. Job description is nothing but just of the nature of work you are going to do in that organization. So recruitment is selection is one of the key role of a human resource manager. Next to recruitment comes the training and development. Training is a process which is necessary for each and every employee selected for an organization, whether you can be an experienced employee or you can be a fresher. Every person in an organization, when he is joining, should need a breathing space or breathing time, which will be considered as a training period. So training can be given to the new employees or to gain a new skill. Development is more or less same as training, but the only thing differ from is Developments will be given to upgrade your existing skills. So training and development should be go parallel in an employee's work so that they can do their jobs effectively and they can improve their knowledge and the performance of the employees can be in a right frame. So next one is performance management. So in performance management, we all know that it is a very crucial role of a human resource manager, which is performance evaluation or performance appraisal. For evaluating an employee's performance, first of all, we need to set a scale through which we are going to evaluate the employee. So the performance appraisal should be transparent and there should be proper feedback forum for discussing the pros and cons of the performance appraisal. Then it will be an effective performance appraisal which will bring the employee to work more and more for the organization. So in performance appraisal, there will be promotions, rewards, recognitions, appreciations, incentives, and at the same time, if the performance appraisal is negative, they will get demotions and other things. The next one is compensation and benefits. So compensations will be structured and benefits will be structured for motivating the employees like incentives giving the attractive salary packages to retain the talented employees. We are going to give uh, increment based on their performance appraisal. So these are the basic functions which will be handled in the human resource management. So now is the important question that everyone who are going to learn human resource is why human resource management is important in an organization. As of me, I have categorized four important things why HRM is important in an organization. The first one is enhancing employees' performance. To have a continuous meter of performance or to increase the performance of the employee and the productivity, we need a parameter or we need a system to motivate them to work more and more and enhance them, for which HRM will be a very good supportive system. Second one is promotes employee engagement. So what do you mean by engagement? Engagement is a process or it is a statement which tells how an employee is committed to his work and how he is committed or connected to his organization. It is very important for a company to retain the employees. So we need HRM for promoting employee engagement. Third one is facilitates change management. So what I mean by change management? In recent days, the only thing which is never changed is the change management. Every industry, every institution, and even in our own personal group, we are facing changes. So the HR team will create a pathway or create a system which will be helpful for the employees to adapt themselves for the changes happening in the environment and also in the personal career. So, change management and facilitating the necessary trainings for change management will help the employee to be more reliable and more flexible so that resistance will not occur in the organization. The next one is ensures compliance. So, what do you mean by compliance? So, according to labor laws and all the business laws, we need to manage the human source in a very productive way and within the legal benefits. So, this will give an advantage to the organization to manage the people in a legal and ethical way. The next one is HRM and organization culture. First of all, let me tell you about organization culture. Why organization culture is important in an organization is every employee will come from different background and from different culture. So when different collective diversified cultures came to a place and work, obviously there will be conflict. So in order to avoid this, every organization will have their culture. Organization culture is nothing but the way of dressing, the way of communication, the way of timings. This will comprise of organization culture. So how HRM is helping or how HRM is having a parallel hand with organization culture. First one is influence on values. What are the workplace values introduced by the company? Every employee should follow that. So in order to communicate the values to the employees and also to train the employees for that values, we need HRM planning. The next one is positive culture. So positive culture is nothing but collaborating, innovating, satisfying and having a collective success by all the employees in the organization. So which we need HRM. The next one is negative culture, which is an opposite of that, which will have high turnovers, no morale, and all this. So when an employee or an organization is going in a different path or in a negative trend, the HRM will comes in role to rectify that. Challenges in HRM. In HRM, we have four major challenges. The first and foremost one is talent acquisition, which means finding the right employee for the right job and retaining the best employees or skilled employees in the competitive market, because we all know that today changeover of organizations is an way of cakewalk. So in order to retain our employees, we need to do lot of motivational activities. We need to give lot of engagements. We need to give lot of systems which will help them to recognize that they are one of the asset of the organization. For this, we can use HRM as a tool to make the employees satisfied. Next one is diversity and inclusion. Since we have already discussed in organization culture, nowadays all organizations are facing diverse workforce, even hybrid workforce. So in order to handle and tackle all the challenges in a diversified workforce and to have a very positive environment, we need HRM. So HRM will face many challenges in handling this diversity. The next one is technological advancements. Like everybody knows, this era is a rapidly changing and people need to upgrade themselves continuously to withstand in an industry. So technical advancements is a biggest challenge for human resource management. Hence, their planning for training and development will be very helpful for an employee to accept the changes. The next one is employee well-being. So even though the HR managers or the HR team have designed a variety of incentives, performance appraisal methods, and recreations methods, and procedures for proper communication channels, hierarchy, organization structure, and trainings and development programs, and trainings for organization culture, even though all the companies are facing conflicts and issues in work-life balance. So HR teams should go along with the employees' needs to solve these problems. And some of the future trends in HRM is data-driven decision making, which is using analytics and AI streams to frame strategies and solve some of the common HR problems. Continuous learning. Continuous learning in the organization culture will help HR to be a very useful tool for the organization. Remote work policies. So what do you mean by remote work policies? Flexible arrangements for employees to work. So the working nature of the organization can be changed within the norms for the employees to be more flexible to work. Employee experience focus. We need to give training and development based on each and every employee's experience, their previous performance, so that the tailor-made training and development programs will help their employees to be get more enhanced, satisfied, and will in turn give productivity and retention. To conclude with, I need to tell you three important topics that essentials for understanding. HRM is not a job. We need to understand it. We need to understand the organization behavior. We need to learn the skills to interpret, to perceive the each and individual employee behavior. Impact on performance. Every single policy framed in human resource or the human resource department will have a significant impact on both the individual and on the organization's performance. So giving much importance for the policies will help the organizations to work more. The last one is creating effective workplace. It should be a win-win situation for both the organization and for the employee. When the employee feels comfortable and when the employee feels recognized in the organization, he will or she will take care of the development of the company. So the HR policies and practices should be go along for the development of each and every employee and the organization so that it will create a very good platform for everyone to learn. Thank you so much. And once again, I am reminding that if you forgot to subscribe, please subscribe. Thank you.